Good morning. Pretty sunrise. Let's breathe together. Begin with your posture and on your back, legs uncrossed, maybe your bed or the sofa or the floor, the recliner kicked back. Get comfortable. Or you can sit up in a chair. Rock side to side on your sit bones and then plant them evenly and firmly. And your feet flat on the floor, toes forward, about hip distance apart. Now notice your chin and move your chin back towards your neck. Let it glide back and just notice how that feels. And then release it. And then do it again. And notice how your spine straightens and the neck vertebrae straighten. And now combine that with your breath and inhale and pull your chin back and exhale and release. And do that several times. Inhale and pull the chin back and exhale and release. And now focus on the breath and drawing the air in through both nostrils and pulling it down. Pull it down all the way so that the belly rounds as the diaphragm pushes down and you've pulled the air down to where most of the blood circulates. Just that simple act of pulling the air down creates a huge impact on both your nervous system and your physiology. Pulling the air in through both nostrils and pulling it all the way down, rounding up, continuing, rounding across the back and the rib cage and across the back and the chest, and at the top spill it out and let it flow out, either through your mouth or your nose. Sometimes the rounded lips is a nice way to exhale. See what fits you and feels most comfortable and effective for you. Pulling the air in through both nostrils if you can, taking advantage of the nose that has that great system of warming and humidifying and filtering the air. Pulling it down, rounding up, filling to the top, and then releasing and spilling it out through either your mouth or your nose. And let your body gently lengthen and flatten, and the spinal column and the belly button come close together. Good. That long, deep, whole body breath that's so healthy. Practicing, aware of the belly as it rises so that in your life you can notice whether or not your belly moves with your breath or not, or whether or not the actions around you or your own thoughts have impacted your breath and that you've moved it up into your upper chest where there's so little blood circulating. So be aware as you breathe of your belly rounding on the inhale and your body lengthening and flattening on the exhale. Just notice during the day, maybe a couple of times, hey, is my belly rounding as I breathe? Or have I shifted back up into my upper chest? And continue the breath, not trying too hard. That gets in the way. Letting this long breath fit you and where you are today. Good. When life happens, whether it's through the actions around us, what we do or hear or see, our thoughts, create an effect in our nervous system. And then we need to bounce back from that effect like a rubber band. We talked about that. You need to bounce back like a rubber band does after it's been stretched. And we do exercises that strengthen and tone the long vagus nerve. It's a part of a circuit that links our neck and our heart and our lungs and our abdomen to our brain. And the vagus nerve sends information from your gut to your brain. And it's linked to dealing with stress and anxiety and fear. And the words, the gut feeling, come from this connection. And the signals help us to recover from stressful and scary situations. And so we do exercises that strengthen and tone that vagus nerve. Continue the long breath. A forward head posture affects us physically and emotionally because there's less blood flow to the brain and extra pressure on the heart and lungs. And every inch forward that our head is carried increases the weight of the head on the spine by an additional 10 pounds. Wow. So when you look at yourself from the side, your ears need to line up with the midline of your shoulders. And this life we lead of looking at little devices and age affects how forward our head posture is carried. So let's do an exercise that begins to help us bring the head back to a more upright position. This morning, let's do a simple exercise, basic, and it's a first step in bringing the head back to a more upright position. Bring your hands in front of you, your fingers spread wide open, and enter your fingers together like a basket, and bring your hands around behind your head so that they rest on that bony ridge at the base of your skull. If for any reason you can't do that because of a shoulder, you can use just one hand with the fingers and palm contacting both sides of the back of your head. Let your head rest comfortably in your hands. Now keep your head in place and move only your eyes as far as you can comfortably. Move them to the right. Don't turn your head. Just move your eyes and breathe. Breathe your long, round, your belly breath. Breathe 5 breaths as you hold your eyes in position. Now allow yourself to relax, perhaps with a sigh or a yawn or a swallow indicating relaxation in your nervous system, and bring your eyes back to looking straight ahead. Keep your hands in place and your head still, and now move your eyes all the way to the left. Hold them there while you breathe the long breath. Breathe 5 breaths, rounding up on the inhale and gently lengthening and flattening on the exhale. Keeping your eyes to the left. Perhaps feel your head relax. Maybe a sigh or a yawn or a swallow. And then release and bring your hands back down onto your body. Good. Continuing the long breath, rounding up on the inhale. and lengthening and flattening on the exhale. The exercise you just completed repositions the first and second vertebra of the neck and makes space for the cranial nerves to function better, and that has a positive effect on that vagus nerve. It enables us to be healthy and feel good emotionally and interact positively with others. Something to be done on a daily basis for a few minutes. A simple self-help exercise, combining it with the long, deep breath. Creating a healthy effect. Comfortable and relax. Let go of any tension that you notice. Maybe use your jaw as a trigger point to release some tension, letting your jaw go slack. And counting the breath and noticing the length of the inhale and the length of the exhale. Lengthening the exhale to create the relaxation effect and strengthen and tone the vagus nerve with the long breath. Maybe start with a 2 count on the inhale and a 4 count on the exhale. And breathe like that a bit until you're relaxed and easy, not trying too hard. Perhaps it's a day when you can breathe to a different count longer. Don't force it. Maintain that comfortable, relaxed, pull the air in and release the air out and let it go longer on the exhale. Rounding up belly, ribs, chest, and lengthening and flattening down either through your mouth or your nose on that long exhale. Perhaps through rounded lips if that makes it easier for you. Make it fit you and continue the breath, breathing in, pulling the air down, breathing in through both nostrils, all the way rounding to the top, and then exhaling and releasing the breath. Long, all the way down to the bottom, and continue the pattern of breathing in through both nostrils and rounding up, and exhaling out through either the mouth or the lips and extending the exhale. Good. Creating that effect on the vagus nerve. Building your own ability to bounce back. A simple exercise enabling us to be healthy and feel good emotionally and physically. Just a simple self-help exercise and the long breath with the extended exhale. A great healthy self-help practice. Good. Now take a big deep breath in all the way to the top, and at the top, just suspend the breath for a minute with really no extra tension, just enough tension to stop the movement of the breath. And then let it go and let it spill out all the way back down to the bottom. And do it again, another big breath all the way in, rounding up. Suspend lightly. And then exhale. And one more time. Inhale through both nostrils, fill to the very top as you round up. Suspend for a moment. And then let the breath go and spill out all the way to the bottom. And rest and enjoy the effects of your effort. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.